Okay, I should be live. Hold on, I should be live. All right, we are live, but I don't know why I didn't put my... Weird. I should be fucking live. I don't know why I just butchered this shit. Oh, okay, it did. Okay, it did. Okay. I don't understand. I was like about to say... Yeah, it's not... Oh, God. Let me try and... Oh, God. Okay. Let me fix some of this real quick, ladies and gentlemen. I fucked up. All right, I should be live on... Yeah, we are live. Okay, cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to run through the matches tonight. This morning, early morning hours. Guys, I watched the whole entire thing. I told you guys, this bedroom streamer, this premiere channel was going to be live after it happened. I'm not going live 3 hours after a certain somebody has to have their coffee and their beauty sleep. We're here. We do the things. Bedroom streamer. You know, 365 a year. We don't quit. We don't give up. We don't, because we have an audience, we can sleep in for 3 hours. No, fuck that. And yes, I could say that, or better yet, cut out my background so with foam and everything, and I'm in a bedroom. By the way, I respect those individuals. I'm just giving them shit to give them shit. Because, I'm the premier channel, obviously. So, we're going to talk about the Elimination Chamber. The Elimination Chamber was actually pretty good of a show. I am going to give it a B-. I'm going to say it was a solid 7.75. Was it the best Elimination Chamber I've seen? No, but it had its fucking moments. I enjoyed it for what it was. Okay? So, for instance, I enjoyed the men's Royal Rumble, the men's Elimination Chamber match. I enjoyed that. Logan Paul, man, love him, hate him. Logan Paul is your MVP. Like, AJ Styles coming in was pretty good. That sets a feud up with LA Knight. Honestly, to kick off the show, we had Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae versus the Kabuki Warriors. I wasn't invested into it, and then I watched it, and I was like, okay, the women are going to head the charge of Elimination Chamber, and here we are. So, honestly, for me, as a person, I really enjoyed the fact that they kept the ebb and flow. I think they took a page out of AEW's book, and by the way, I'm not comparing AEW's pay-per-views to, I'm talking about the ebb and flow. AEW does this, but WWE, man, I tell you tonight, they had an ebb and flow. And you could tell Corey Graves and Michael Cole were really into it. Michael Cole, a few times, I thought he was falling out of his chair. The camera angles were on point. The audio, Peacock. This is one thing about Peacock I don't understand. I have a legitimate gripe with their footage. I'm telling you, I have Netflix. The beginning of next year, I'm going to tunnel into Canada with my VPN, and I'm just going to watch it off of Netflix. I cannot be bothered with Peacock. Peacock is AIDS. Absolutely garbage. Garbo. I don't care who tells me different. I was on the Apple TV. I switched between that and my Google TV on box, and that shit was fucking garbage. Like, the screen would go black, or it would say WWE Elimination Chamber. They were having technical fucking difficulties. What are we doing? You're on Peacock. I'm telling you, when WWE Network goes to Netflix like they say they are at the beginning of next year, I'm tunneling fucking in to watch PLEs. I cannot be fucking bothered with fucking Peacock. Peacock is absurdly garbage. I didn't try it on my PlayStation 5, but honestly, on Apple TV and on my Google TV box, it was fucking horrendous. Garbage. And good luck trying to do it on an Xbox. I was talking to somebody on Discord and they couldn't even get the damn thing. They had to go to the web browser to watch it on Edge or Chrome, or better yet, go watch it on their laptop or tablet and do something in between it. You know, like, that's absurd to me. Peacock, Comcast, NBCU, fix your shit. That is absurd to me in 2024. I still living in the past. 2024, how you fucking cannot fix your fucking app to save your soul. I had to rewind it back a couple of times. And then, like, during the these commercial breaks, I don't mind the commercial breaks. I don't need to see the backstories, but the fucking app has to be flawless, man. It was just fucking trash. It was absurd to me. And I'm sitting back eating a bowl of popcorn and enjoying the damn thing, and then the audio cuts out, or it goes black and then they come back. It's like, what are we doing? So everybody's saying Cody's calling out The Rock for a match anytime, anywhere. It's going to be set up for a tag team match night 1 of WrestleMania. During the Grayson Waller effect, Rollins said his knee was 100% because he's been rehabbing it for the past 6 weeks, and it looks like he's going to be ready to go. I highly doubt that. I still think they're going to protect him. I think he's going to be doing double duty like Cody. Night 1 will probably be Roman Reigns, The Rock versus Cody and Seth. I think it'll be a big tag match. I don't think Cody's going to do 2 nights where he slays The Rock and then slays Roman the next night. I highly doubt that. I think they're still going to go for tag team match. And by the way, I praised this show tonight. This show did a little bit of everything I wanted it to do. And I enjoyed the main event. I enjoyed Nia Jax and Rhea Ripley. It wasn't boring to me. I was heavily invested. I thought that super riptide was fucking fantastic. I thought the superplex into another riptide was perfect. Nia Jax putting her through a table was flawless. The match of the night to me goes to the Catch of Republic, and I would honestly tell you the Judgment Day. That was one hell of a match, and that's how tag team matches should be done. Seriously, the Catch Republic, fantastic. Pete Dunne, great. I thought for a moment there they were gonna turn the tides and have them win the titles, but I think they're gonna save that for WrestleMania. I think they'll get a rematch somewhere down the line. They'll be at Mania. Catch Republic will be your new tag team undisputed champions. I think they should unify the belts at this point and have tag team belts on both sides like they do everything else. Like, you have the world tag team titles and you have the undisputed titles over on one side. I think that's what they should do, and they have enough tag teams to do that on both sides. I'm pretty pleased what WWE gave us tonight. I'm pretty pleased with it. I'm not mad. But they are setting up for Cody and Seth versus Rock and Roman. Did I say Roman or Roman? Sorry, I'm tired. Don't mind me. I'm fucking tired. I should be going to get my fucking beauty sleep, to be honest with you. But I said to you guys, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be the premier channel. We are going to review this show. It's off the chain. I stayed awake. I should have been in bed hours ago. I should have just watched the replay this morning as I was getting coffee and eating breakfast. But I told you folks that I was going to be fucking here. And let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. There's some premier channels out there that claim bedroom streamers are fucking problems, but where the fuck are they? Oh wait, they're taking their beauty sleep and they gotta get 3 hours of sleep before they could do their own review because they're special. Give me a break. Yes, I will Yes, I will take my shots at that said person because they take shots all the time at the community. Meanwhile, they copy her Dr. Disrespect. Anyway, enough of me said. I still respect that person nonetheless. I just give them grief because they talk so much shit about the community, and him and Andrew talk so much shit about the community. Instead of staying in their lane, I'm just going to start taking shots back. Like, I don't give a fuck if they walked into my arena or not. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, Kabuki Warriors match, fantastic at the very beginning. They did finish it with an insane elbow at the end. Tagged Kyrie in, and then they hit the insane elbow, 1, 2, 3. That match kind of was quick. As a kickoff show, it was quick at the very beginning, and then they kind of had some ebb and flow moments. So, you know, really at the end of the day, I'm just gonna tell you, Elimination Chamber is a B- show, a 7.75. I would say it's a definite watch. I was very entertained with the men's match. I thought Logan Paul was your MVP of that match. Drew McIntyre did walk out, but Logan Paul, brass knuckles, it reminds me of William Regal a lot of back in the day, and it's perfect. Logan Paul sold tonight. He is a showman. Honestly, he's gonna be the top heel you got on most of these shows. And LA Knight got fucked over by AJ Styles. Tons of chair shots to LA Knight. Perfect enough. Give AJ Styles something. You know, this man's been sitting in wait for a minute. He's doing the outlaw gimmick. I loved it in TNA. They're doing it in WWE. It's perfect for me. He does not need the Good Brothers or the OC. The Good Brothers could stay in NXT. I'm cool with that. AJ Styles needs a feud right now. He is top tier talent. They need to do something with him. Here it is. That's what they did tonight. I'm happy with that. Also, the all-star to me of that women's match was Tiffany Stratton. I told people in my predict she was going to be the dark horse. She proved me right. Becky Lynch was our pick. That's what it went down. I was correct about that. I was correct about Drew McIntyre. Everything is hook, line, and sinker right now is the way WrestleMania is going to go. And I really think Drew McIntyre will win that World Heavyweight Championship belt. That is very where they're going with that to keep him pleased and kept signed to WWE because his contract's up. What else? What else did I have in my mind that I wanted to say here too? I know I got some people. Becky Lynch will probably win, most likely probably win the Raw belt, most likely off of Rhea Ripley. That's just a given at this point. I think that's what they're going for. Or not, they could have Drew McIntyre win the title, have Priest come in, cash in, do what he needs to do. But overall, I mean, really, to be honest with you folks out there, I was really impressed. Triple H came out. I was really stunned by that. They usually have Mike Rome do the whole how many people were in the seats. And he was basically saying, you know, thank you for coming. He appreciates the hospitality. I'm really liking Triple H. I just really think, you know, if this is going to be the end of Triple H, it's going to be one hell of a run going out with a bang. If this is the case, and if The Rock is trying to get him out with Brian Gerritz coming in, what a fucking bang. Honestly, I'm pretty pleased with what's going on, and if this is the send-off for Triple H, then, you know, hey, you know, he killed it tonight, honestly. And I was pretty happy with the men's tag team match. Honestly, was the match of the night for me. I was very, 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 very impressed. And there was a lot of botches tonight, I noticed too. But honestly, I will say Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. Thank God, Pete Dunne. Thank God. Their music is good. I didn't mind it this time. I get very annoyed with WWE's new music. But the Catch Republic stuff wasn't bad to me. And I really, really enjoyed Pete Dunne doing the manipulation of the fingers. I enjoyed the airplane spin. I enjoyed the double Tyler drivers, or like a modified. I enjoyed Finn Balor, man, as he's aging like fine wine. And like, I could tell you this straight up, it's been fantastic. Priest, what are they going to do with him going into WrestleMania? That's going to be the question to me, what they're going to do. Are they going to hold that to where they lose the belts and then he cashes in that to get the belts back? Or is he going to go and screw over Drew McIntyre, and that's how Drew McIntyre is going to leave WWE? Who knows? You know, tonight, Tiffany Stratton came out on her own. I will tell you this, throughout that match. And for people to tell me Tiffany Stratton's the next Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair's not doing a Swanton bomb off of the goddamn top of the pod. And doing DDTs and things like that. Like, so I don't understand where some of my friends feel that way. She is not a Charlotte Flair-esque. I think she's better than Charlotte Flair. I think she's way ahead of the curve. I do like the Barbie type gimmick. They kind of gave her that tonight. It's all about me kind of deal. I was cool with that. Bianca Belair, man, impressive. You know, I know she wasn't going to win that, but very impressive throughout the match. Becky Lynch, it was her moment. It just showed, like, halfway into that match, I knew Liv Morgan wasn't going to win that. And I didn't like the hokey finish. This is where I'm going to give WWE kind of a level down. That manhandle slam, it went into kind of a move, and then manhandle slam, 1, 2, 3, Becky won. They should have kept that going longer. I felt that, you know, they could have gotten Bianca Belair out of there and had Liv Morgan, and they could have told more of that story. Liv Morgan's trying to get her revenge. I felt they kind of rushed that for time, and because they wanted to get into the whole, you know, Grayson Waller effect type deal. And then they went in from the Grayson Waller effect right into the men's chamber. And I don't know if Randy Orton was kayfabing his injury there, but it looked like he was legitimately hurt, or he was selling it to make it into a story thing within the match. I really enjoyed the storytelling. Randy Orton's one of a kind. I honestly think if you want to go there, I think Randy Orton would be in the top, to me, in this current age, Mount Rushmore of wrestling, this current day and age. I'm not talking about Rock, So Cold, and that's a different Mount Rushmore. That's the Attitude Rushmore. There's different eras. I really think from my generation on, I really think Randy Orton's there in the top 3. I think him, John Cena, are there in the top 3. I've said that all along. You know, I would have said Brock Lesnar, but Brock Lesnar's being removed from everything. But that's my Mount Rushmore of this generation for me. Now, I'm not talking Attitude Generation. If we're going back to when I was a little kid, I would say Rock, Stone Cold, Mankind, Undertaker, Hogan. There's a lot of there. You know, I could go on and on and on. Triple H, hands down, hell yeah. You know, but tonight, I'm getting a little off topic. Tonight, I was pretty happy WWE kept to a narrative. They kept an ebb and flow. They didn't stray from an ebb and flow. They just went boom match, boom match, boom match to the point, boom match to the point, boom, 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 boom. And they hit different narratives as they needed to. And for me, everything we said in the prediction show was correct. We all said Drew McIntyre. That was correct. We said Rhea Ripley was going to retain. Maybe there would be some fuckery and Nia Jax would come out, be champion, and they can restart that feud with Becky. I think they will still go that way with Nia Jax and Becky down the road. But I think Rhea Ripley and Becky's going to be a good showing at Mania. I think that's perfect there. I'm going to keep this very short with you guys. This review is going to be a little short because I'm kind of tired and I kind of just want to lay back. And I have a tooth that's coming in, growing because I have my wisdom teeth and it's kind of hurting. So I'm gonna keep this very short and sweet to the point. Tonight was very good. I'm not gonna go into a 5-hour long. I'll save that for the JD from New York's of the world to go 5 hours in depth and talk about these holds and that holds and who did this and why. You know, I can't sit and listen to a 5-hour podcast. My attention span just goes fucking out the door. You know, I don't need to know every fucking match and every single hold and why and where. I'm giving you guys basically the highlights and giving my own opinion on the play-by-play, blow-by-blow. But honestly, I'm just giving you the quick bits. That's what I do. I just give you the guys the quick bits. I don't need to give you every single hold, every single thing. That shit's for the birds, personally. I don't need to give you every fucking hold. Oh, by the way, this guy did a fucking hold over here and scratched his head. I don't need to do that shit. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. Why do I need to sit here and go like, well, gee willikers, I gave you this, that, and the third. Fuck that. I don't need to. I will say tonight, honestly, the men's match would be, honestly, I'm going to go this way, and I'm going to say the tag team match and the women's match was very good. I would say it's a tie between Nia Jax, Rhea Ripley, and that women's chamber match. I like that. I was enjoyable. There was more storytelling to me there than there was in the men's match. I felt the men's match halfway in was predictable, and I knew it was going to happen. Something was going to happen to LA Knight, because LA Knight wasn't really doing very much until we got to the middle of it, and then fucking AJ Styles comes out, right? And it starts doing some shit. You know what I mean? So, and then, you know, Lashley looked like he was hurt. Looks like he was limping out of the chamber at the end. I don't know if that was kayfabe. He had like I think a trainer and 3 other referees pulling him out of the ring, and he looked like he was like really, really not kayfabing. It looked like he was really hurt. And, you know, gave AJ Styles the moment to come in and, you know, beat the shit out of LA Knight. So, you know, at the end of the day, I will tell you guys that the men's, I would say, I would give it to the women's on the chamber side of that. And then I would say Nia and Ripley would go second to me. I'd actually say, yeah, I actually would go that way. And I would say Catch Republic match literally was really good. I would say that's tied for second with the Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax match. I was royally entertained. You know, I wasn't falling asleep. It wasn't something that I was really falling asleep to. Most WWE pay-per-views, I'm getting exhausted by the end. I'm like, let's get to the point. You're dragging this on too long. No, this had ebb and flow, and I liked how they had big fight feels. I liked the fact that Grayson Waller was able to do that beer stunt, or it looked like it was non-alcoholic beer in the shoe, but I liked that with the UFC fighter. I was cool with that. Grayson Waller letting his friend get the fuck beaten out of him. I mean, I was all right with that. So it looks like Grayson Waller's going to have something to do coming soon with Austin Theory that we've done nothing with. We flushed him down the drain because he's a Vince McMahon guy. But as I said before, and I will keep telling you guys, tonight was a B- show. 7.75. It had its moments. I like the fact at the kickoff show, Indy Hartwell got a send-off with Candice LeRae. They got to hug it and cheer and oi, oi, Ozzy, Ozzy, oi. I like that. That was kind of cool. I like the fact that you could hear the wrestler. Shout out to Peacock to a certain extent. You allowed the wrestlers to say fuck. If you didn't hear that on the hard cams or the mics, you're out of this world. Wrestlers were saying, fuck, that hurt, fuck you. Michael Cole, you could hear, I don't know if something was up with the audio all night long. I was on the Apple TV. I was switching between my Apple TV box and my on Google TV. I don't know if it's Google. I don't know if it's the softwares or it's the app itself. And then my PlayStation, I didn't even try it on the PlayStation. I don't even know if they have Peacock on the PS5. But yeah, honestly, tonight was a great show. It wasn't the best show in the world, but I honestly think it's watchable and it was entertaining to me. It wasn't bad. And I know a lot of people are going to tell me, I just choked on choked on my water. Fuck me. You guys probably just saw water like I'm Triple H. Anyway. Yeah, I would honestly tell you that's the way I see tonight. I mean, Tiffany Stratton, honestly, man, like I'm all about Tiffany Stratton. I will be buying a shirt, man. I'm a fan. Raquel Rodriguez, what were they doing with her? Like, she had no makeup on. And it was the most oddest thing I've seen. I thought maybe she was going to come out with a lucha mask on or something. Maybe do that. I was very confused with her coming out with no makeup. She's usually coming out with makeup and stuff. And there was no makeup from her. I was very surprised. You know, Becky Lynch, what can you say? I just hit something off my desk. I knew Becky Lynch was going to win that match. Like, it was very, like I said earlier in this review, it was very predictable. You knew what was going to happen and why. Again, the Kabuki Warriors at the beginning with Candice LeRae versus Indy Hartwell. I was happy to see Indy Hartwell, man. I think Indy Hartwell's been put in catering and left there. As we've all been saying about AEW, WWE does the same shit at times. So, there's that. So they were talking about time zones and what, at the very beginning, they were talking about time zones and where, you know, who can watch when and why and where. So there was that. Bianca Belair hit a devastating KOD. Like, you can hear, I don't know if they were doing it on purpose, maybe to do the big fight UFC feel kind of deal on Peacock. But a lot of the wrestlers, I was really surprised saying, fuck this. You can hear like, ow, that fucking hurt. You know, I don't know if the miking was bad or they're doing that on purpose to kind of give it that mature audience feel. But tonight, audio was just off on WWE. Like, I don't know if you guys heard it, but I heard it. And it was like just off. That's on Peacock's end. That's on production of WWE. You know, people give AEW bullshit and shit all the time about their fucking production value, but WWE couldn't get it right tonight with audio. And then 1 minute they were down for a moment. Like, it was black screen for like a good minute or two. I don't know what was going on. On the Undisputed Tag Team match, man, I would say would tie for my second match of the night. I would say, or my first match of the night, next to Nia Jax and Rhea Ripley. I would say the women's, it would be a toss-up, man. And then I would say the men's chamber match. And then I would honestly tell you, it could be a toss-up from there of the Kabuki Warriors match and, you know, and the Waller effect. By the way, Cody called out Rock, but have you not seen the commercials, ladies and gentlemen? Have you not seen the commercials? They're setting up for a tag team match. They got to bring the Rock in somewhere to have a match because Rock's got to get his cash dollars from WWE. If he does a main event spot somewhere on WrestleMania, he literally gets more shares and more money. That's why they're doing it. It's going to be a tag team match because Seth turned around and said, I'm going to be your protector. I'm your shield. So he's going to be his tag team partner. Guaranteed fucking T, that's where they're going to go with it. And, you know, he's going to probably be hurt the next, probably go in hurt into the match the next night. I guarantee it's going to, I guarantee how they're going to play. It's going to go women's belt, Bailey, and then it'll probably be Bailey, then Roman, and it'll probably be, before those two matches, they'll probably have Seth and Drew McIntyre probably, and you have Drew McIntyre probably winning, most likely. I think that's what they're gonna go for there. But yeah, this is my review. Honestly, I think 30 minutes is good. I'm not gonna waste your guys' time. The show was literally, I would say a B-, 7.75. It wasn't bad. It wasn't the best pay-per-view I've seen. But it kept me entertained and it kept me not bored. I want WWE to be more like this. Quick match, get to the point, boom, 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 boom. And that's all I want. That's all I want. They had an ebb and flow, it worked, and I was cool with that. I know you're going to get the other channels out there. They're going to probably shit on certain things on this show. The only thing I'm shitting on is the miking and the quality coming out on Peacock. That's it. And I honestly felt that they kind of rushed the ending of the women's chambers match. I felt the ending was a little rushed because they went into a spot with it was kind of weird. It was kind of a like a eat defeat kind of deal, and then turned into Bianca had to get out of the ring real fast, and then it was like Becky had to do a manhandle slam. It's kind of like a rock bottom, and it was kind of just like all over the place at the end. That's the only gripe I will have with that women's elimination chamber match. I think they could have done that a little bit better towards the end of that. It was a little sloppy towards the end. And you could see the wrestlers were exhausted, but they were in 100-degree temps. That was insane to me. In Australia, the weather's still hot there, but honestly, I'm pleased. Triple H came out, announced the crowd. He said thank you to the audience. If this is Triple H's last couple of pay-per-views, if this is the case, man, what a send-off. If this is the case. I was very, very pleased tonight. I really don't have a lot of complaints outside the Elimination Chamber being a little hokey pokey at the end, women's wise. The men's stuff, they were playing that off. It looks like maybe they'll have a triple threat for that United States title. It looks like Randy Orton and KO or it'll be Randy Orton versus Logan Paul. And Logan Paul was pretty much your MVP here. I will keep saying this. Logan Paul was the MVP of that men's chamber match. He could sell. He literally can work. He can go. He's a great heel. Everybody that I know as a friend has said this. He's coming in on his own. I think if his brother wanted to come in and maybe they want to do a tag team, maybe he works his ass off. I could see it. It's believable. Logan Paul, I'm really enjoying his heel run. And you wouldn't hear that from me. But I'm really enjoying it. Like, the Maverick is winning me over. And I will buy probably a shirt. I'm serious. He reminds me of old school heel. Everything he does, just give me more. I'm so in love with it. Same with Swerve Strickland over at AEW. I'm so in love with both of these characters. Logan Paul's killing it. Swerve Strickland's killing it. I honestly would tell you these are your two top heels right now in wrestling, if you want to go there. Right now, up and coming, I'll tell you that. I would say Tiffany Stratton on the other side, my dark horse, literally, no joke. Tonight, people call her Charlotte Flair 2.0. I didn't feel that way, man. Like, Swanton bomb off the pod. She was doing things I haven't seen her do. She's done more moves that she was then doing in NXT. I'm with Michael Cole tonight. Michael Cole was on fire. Guys, Michael Cole, the GOAT. I'm saying it, the GOAT of WWE right now. Seriously. I think he's the GOAT of announcing right now. Like, fucking that dude on fire. Him and Corey Graves. Fuck. Like, gold. The chemistry was there tonight, and I really thought they were going to go with Bad News Barrett in that situation. No, they went with Corey Graves, and it was perfect. That was another thing I was going to say. Michael Cole and Graves were on fire tonight. There was good stuff. They complimented each other enough, and I was cool with that. No hokey pokiness either. No backstage segments. No hokey pokey. There was none of that when I was watching. Like, they didn't cut to a backstage segment outside of maybe the wrestlers preparing for a match or whatever. But there was no hokey pokey of, oh, there's a shitty segment over here, or there's a carny gimmick over here. They just got to the point. And that's what WWE needs to do with these things. They just got to keep doing what they're doing. There's a reason why WWE is super piping hot right now and AEW's cooled off. There's a reason, and they showed you tonight why. WWE showed you why They're the number one promotion right now, and why people are buying their tickets and why. And Cody, man, look, Rocky sucks chats. That was not piped in or anything. That was legit. The crowd was legitimately saying Rocky sucks during the Grayson Waller effect. I will give Peacock certain things. Some of the miking was good, and then at times I went, that ain't it, Chief. I think they're gonna go back and edit it, and they're gonna put it back up. I think some of the stuff that's gonna be put on YouTube will probably be edited. But there was a lot of cursing, and you can hear it after certain moves that they were landing. Like when Randy Orton, when he was touching his back, he went, "Oh fuck." You can hear it, "Oh fuck." You can hear it. They didn't do a good job covering the miking. And when Randy Orton would go and get hit, when they would do like certain moves, he was like, "Ah, my fucking back." You can hear it. They weren't really miking it very well. So that's one thing I'm kind of going, were they doing that on purpose? Same with the Rhea Ripley match. You can hear Nia Jax go fuck. You can hear Rhea kind of say fuck. It was kind of, and people are going to say, well, who cares? Well, I care because it's kind of like, I expect that from other promotions, not WWE, And the camera angles were good. Look, I enjoyed the camera angles. During the Elimination Chamber match, they gave you top views and side views, and they were even giving you inside the chamber view with miking. That was unique to me. I was like, okay, they're trying to make it better. They're giving you something better, something different. And I was like, okay, WWE, you're trying to do different. And you're trying to make the match more inviting with different aspects. I get what they were trying to do with that. You could see down at the bottom, because it was so hot, they were putting fans down below to blow on the wrestlers because it was so hot. I'm assuming a lot of these wrestlers were, like Kevin Owens, I'm assuming they were hydrating beforehand. Kevin Owens, man, banging on the pod. That shit was hilarious. He was like hulking up and shit. And then they were putting Bobby Lashley, or was it one of them, and he was punching the damn pod. I was dying laughing. I was so dying laughing. Kevin Owens also too was really good in that match too. But I really got to give it to Randy Orton. If it was really a back injury that maybe it's kayfabe, it literally was really good. I mean, honestly. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I think about 40 minutes is good. 37 is good. I'm going to go hit the nappy poo for a minute and get ready for a game stream. Guys, when I do these live reviews, I'm going to be honest with you, they're going to be about 30, 40 minutes. I have game streaming to do. I got other places to be. So wrestling is not a priority. And I want to make that very clear to a lot of you. Wrestling is not my priority. Game streaming is. Game streaming is number one. I told you guys this once before. If I start getting donations and things start happening on this channel, and I'll spend more time talking wrestling and doing longer reviews. But I got game streaming to go. That's where my bread and butter's at. So I just want to make that very clear. And by the way, I'm the premier bedroom streamer. According to somebody, I'm a bedroom streamer. So, fuck all you know. I don't need no fancy backdrops and shit. And fucking, got to get my Dr. Disrespect. Let me play Red Skies for you. Hold on. Let me pull out the Red Skies. No, I'm not into Dr. Disrespect music. Trust me. I'm a heavy metal head. You won't hear me play Dr. Disrespect's music, okay? Why I'm trying anymore? Like, no, thank you. I like Dr. Disrespect, but I'm not into his vibe like that. Like, I'm not into his vibe. I don't go idolize streamers like that. You know what I mean? I don't go, oh my God, I worship the water they walk on. Fuck no. Same with wrestling channels. I don't. Some people come into my comments and say, oh, you're trying to emulate JD from New York or this, that, and the third. It's like, fuck no, I'm not. I'm me. I don't spend 5 hours in my day scratching my ass and talking wrestling all day. I don't need to. I don't need to be in some type of basement or some type of mama's house basement and try to make you guys believe something that's not believable. You know what I mean? Like, we all know you're in a room, dude. You don't need to sell me on the fact that you're not, like you're in some type of studio. You ain't in no studio. Like, you want to talk fancy. You want to talk fancy because you have A beast of a car. Great. Good for you. Like, I drive a CRV, dude. Congratulations. I drive a fuel efficient car, a granny car. Woo. Like, damn. It's like, I love the IWC, YWC that sit and pick on everybody. Like, instead of getting to know somebody, like, I love my constituents sometimes. They like to sit here and talk all this shit. But, you know, when it comes to it all, like, nobody's coming to watch you on a green screen. No one gives a fuck. Most people are just throwing you in the background and listening as they're doing video games or something. Or, you know, doing a million other things. Like, that's the truth. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, if I watch anybody on YouTube, I'm usually, unless it's like a van life video or something I really got to keep paying attention to, I'll definitely watch it for sure. That's a fact. But if it's like a wrestling podcasting show, I'll throw it in the background, like Wrestle Talk, JD, Joe Cronin. I'll throw it in the background unless they say something really interesting that I have to sit in attention and watch. You know what I mean? Or, you know, a Jim Cornette or 83 Weeks, like something that I got to pay attention and sink my teeth into, or they're showing a news article. That's different. Then I will pay attention and you will have my attention. But when you don't do those kinds of things, I just throw you in the background as audio. Like, green screens don't matter. And most people that watch my game streams are doing the same thing. They're watching me audio-wise, or they got Twitch Turbo or whatever, and they're sitting in the background. So, you know, if you're coming to listen to my review, I basically gave WWE a 7.75 B- show for me tonight. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. This was great. They're setting up for a tag team match, what it looks like, for Mania Night 1 with Roman and The Rock versus Cody and Seth. You know, you had Austin Theory going, if he's man with The Rock, is and then getting Cody cuttered. So Cody cuttered, sorry. And then, you know, Rollins was kind of breaking everything up on the Waller effect. Waller kind of sat back on the ropes. Literally went, oh, hey, you do whatever you guys want to do, man. You know, don't involve. And he tried to, like, protect the plants. I was like, the fuck, are you Chris Jericho? You trying to protect the plants? Like, fuck out of here, Grayson. Grayson was on fire, though. I really give Grayson credit. They were eating it up for him. I wish they would do more with Grayson Waller, though. Seriously, in WWE. Anyway, I'm out. Love you guys. Hope you enjoyed the review tonight, or early morning. Good morning to everybody. Maybe I'll stay awake and I'll take some Advil and probably get on my ass and do a game stream for a while and then go take a nap. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Anyway, love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Respect each other. Love each other. Stop the tribalism, guys. And guys, stop the whole who's better than who shit. Like, just be a wrestling fan. Like, seriously, like, love wrestling streams and shit. Stop attacking each other. Stop telling who's because you have all the fancy equipment. Stop telling people like you're this, that, and the fucking third. Like, for real. Like, seriously. Like, we're not trying to compete. We're not trying to compete between each other. Anyway,